Matter Monk production.
Alright, what's good, killers? It's your boy BmanDaKilla. I'm back with another video for you guys, back with another killer reaction channel. Alright, so I've been hearing a lot of rumbles about this whole Goku versus Superman battle. I think it's like the second or third time since they didn't revisit this fight. So I'm gonna see what's up. I'm pretty sure I have an idea who's gonna win though, but I'm gonna see what that battle gonna do as far as like how they gonna level the playing field with Goku and Superman and shit like that. So before we hop into it, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 2K, Killa gang. You know how we do, man. Hey, my links to all my social media is in the description below. You can follow me on my other stuff, my IG, my Kick, all that good jazz. We appreciate that. You better trying to grow, trying to start off 2024. You know what I'm saying, with a bang. You feel me? So without further ado, man, let's hop into it.
There's only one thing we say it's due.
Here we go.
Fight! Son Goku, Superman. It's time to answer the ultimate question, and we're taking it all into play.
We're examining Superman's extensive mainline comic book canon. Given Dragon Ball Super's contentious continuities, we'll include all three, just to be thorough, plus Dragon Ball Heroes.
He's with
Y'all doing Heroes too?
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Far away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy and marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku.
Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy.
Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in
That's
Chinese
true.
culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story and the character that would define generations to come.
Dragon Ball! Kakarot was born a low-class Saiyan on the planet Vegeta, narrowly escaped its destruction by Frieza, and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan.
Not just raised, but trained. Gohan began Goku's teachings in martial arts, which he would find to be his true calling under the guidance of Master.
Okay, so let's see. Full name Son Goku, birthday Kakarot, age 40, height 5'9", mentor Grandpa Gohan, Roshi, Kami, King Kai, Whis, and Beerus. Disciples Gohan, Oob, and Shallot. They putting legends in this too. Hobbies: eating, napping, sports. Occupation: radish farmer, fighter, and office worker. When the fuck did he was a firefighter and an office worker? Okay. Favorite foods: fish, orange soda, ramen, anything. Not a bad dad. You guys are just mean. Okay.
Roshi. Specifically, he learned the Kame-sen and Ryu style, which focuses on discipline and tenacity, both of which strongly define Goku's character.
The more he learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw talent. Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking cat, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else.
He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous words, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," very, very literally.
It's
Yeah.
almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt.
While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up, stronger than before.
It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha!
An incredibly powerful technique that focuses one's ki into a single point for a devastating beam.
So challenging, it took Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds.
It's
Yeah.
incredibly versatile, with over 50
Okay, so he has Actor Image, Anonymous, Ultra Instinct, Destructo Disc, Dragon Fist, Energy Landmine, Evil Containment Wave, Flight, Fusion Dance, God Bind, Hakai, Instant Transmission, Kaioken. Okay. Well, Dragon Fist is not even really canon. That's in the movie. Isn't really does it in the main continuity. So I don't know why he has that. Destructive Disc is definitely not his. That's Krillin's move. Uh, why did they have this Kaioken on here? What about? Okay.
different
Good.
variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most
But he hasn't even done that since Dragon Ball though, so okay.
Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the solar flare, energy
Okay. Kasem Senryu, Kamehameha, Key Sense, Multi-form, Rapid Movement, Rock Scissors Paper. He hasn't even done Rock Scissors Paper since Dragon Ball. Telekinesis, he hasn't. When the hell has he did telekinesis? I don't remember him doing that. And telepath, he hasn't did telepath since. I think the last time he did that really major was in what the Namek arc when he read Krillin's mind. He ain't did that. He ain't did the move since then or did that technique.
landbind and godbind require a lot more strategy and planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts. He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
Well, pretty much any container could be used for the Mothaba sealing technique.
Then there's Kaioken, aka instant steroids. Goku's multiplied his power by 20 with it before, and in a movie, he even got it up to times 100. What a badass!
The Genki Dama, or Spirit Bomb, is potentially his strongest attack, but it requires considerable time. Unlike Instant Transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes, according to the Daizenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs did more than that. In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried.
Okay, Key, God Key, Flying Nimbus, Power Pulse, Sense of Beings, Heroes Exclusives, Dimensional Domain, God Meter, Shenron Mode, and Status Buffs.
To rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness was originally about him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring himself the Super Saiyan.
Hell yeah! If there's any scene that deserves the word epic, it's when he went gold. Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan God certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs? They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Fidel commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs her up.
And, that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
And Goku could destroy that much the first time he went God. And he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God and became Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not
They got Super Saiyan 4, Limit Breaker. All this, most of this shit is from Heroes and shit. So why are they even adding this on here if they're not? If you're talking about adding the main continuity and shit.
saying that. Or after he trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken.
See, I know these are for fun, but here's my thing. Like, I already know who's gonna. I probably most like Superman's probably gonna most likely win this though. But I'm like, if you're gonna do Goku, like, and you talking about for Superman, you're gonna do all the main continuity stuff. Then you should did the same thing with him too. Cause like some of the stuff he doesn't even have. He doesn't in the main continuity. He doesn't have 4. He goes up to 3 as far as Super Saiyan transformation. Then he has his God forms and stuff. Why are y'all having this other stuff? I don't. Okay.
And on top of that,
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
he even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that nopes you out of existence. Your being and your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form, Ultra Instinct.
Chrome Goku isn't a normal transformation, it's a state of mind. Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts, subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone. Doing without thinking.
Something Goku has always been trained to do. Technically, it can be used in any form, but when perfected, Autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds really intense.
It is, which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes, aka Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
What's
While
up?
technically a different continuity, CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used instant transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu, who was gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell,
Oh,
this
wow.
series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming to think about how far Goku has come, how
Right.
much he's had to face.
But no matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond. Faster than a speeding bullet, more
See,
powerful
Superman.
than a locomotive. It's a
Okay, so my thoughts on the Goku's part. I mean, they got a handful of stuff right. I'm not gonna sit here and try to depict every little thing, but my main thing was they was breaking up Dragon Ball Heroes when I already feel like they're not even gonna use that in the fight against Superman. So it was really pointless. And there's always been this thing with Death Battle where they'll get all this information or whatever to the best of their knowledge, and they'll try to apply it on the character. And like half the stuff that they find on that character, they don't even really use that in the battle. Like one example is with Ben 10. They brought up Ben 10 from when he was a kid all the way to Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, all those, right? But then when the fight commenced, it was literally Ben 10 from season one, like legit. But they brought up all his other feats from when he got older. But yet you only use the kid form of Ben Tennyson. Like, what was the point of going through all that information where you not like if you're gonna present a fight, bring the person that's at their present like you know what I'm saying accomplishment, then using some retrospective ass character. Like I felt like I forgot who he was going against, but I remember reacting to it or watching it with somebody, with a couple of the homies, and I was just like, dang, they kind of just did my boy Ben 10 kind of dirty. And like somebody was telling me like, oh, it's all for fun and purposes. And I get that. Like, I think this is fun. Like, it's cool, whatever, right? But my thing is when you are doing these type of scenarios when you're trying to present two characters from totally two different sides of the spectrum and shit, right? You need to come with like you need to come with the facts and you need to come with the right stuff because there's people that take this stuff so literally that they will come outside with pitchforks and all of that to be like, oh, you're wrong in this, and that, and the third. And I'm one of those people like I don't really care, but I do care because it's like, okay, like how in this fight isn't gonna make it like how is this character gonna have more edge than this other character or things like that. Like you gotta put that into account. And I know this Goku Superman thing's been a debate for years because they've already done videos on this before, but we already gonna know who's gonna win a Superman. But I want to see how they gonna how I am curious to see how Goku gonna step up against Superman or how the fight's gonna end for this, because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be another one of these and shit. So yeah, that's just my thoughts about the Goku stuff. So we're just going to get to the Superman one.
The bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far-off world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction.
Nah,
Raised
I
by
ain't really
farmers
super
as
into
Clark Kent,
Superman.
He eventually became
No pun
Superman,
intended.
champion of
So
the oppressed,
a lot
the
of
man
stuff
of
I'm
tomorrow.
probably
If
not
you've
gonna know
only
because I'm
seen
not
the
really a
movies,
Superman
forget 'em.
fan.
Comic book Clark's
I think the
not
most
perfect
I've watched
Boy
as
Scout.
far as like
He's
Superman related was like
definitely not
Smallville.
Jesus. Wait, weren't the guys who made him Jewish?
So
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a
apologies in
time when
advance if I
anti-Semitism went largely
missed something or don't
unchallenged.
understand
And then
something.
that
like
ugly
Superman.
mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero who could defeat any evil by just punching it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost 9 decades, Superman has been many things. At the core,
So beef Burgurion with ketchup. He's 30 years. Daily Planet, Daily Star, Galaxy News, Love Interest, Lois Lane, Lana L, Lisa, all these L's, and Wonder Woman. Okay, yeah, he did use to mess with Wonder Woman. Yeah, I do see it. All these L's though.
his story is one of a refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him.
Now I
Embraced
did
him,
watch
gave
this
him a new
Superman
home,
animated
because
series
helping others
though,
in need is the right thing to do.
which led
That's
to
why
Justice
he
League,
became
but that's like as far
superhero,
as like
the
I've watched
first
as far as with
superhero.
Superman.
Everything's gotta start somewhere, but he was the first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the Earth for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
What?
He's fast enough to reach the edge of the universe in seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld stories outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like how his breath is so powerful he can sneeze away a solar system, or blow air cold enough to freeze ghosts.
Speaking of,
What?
his X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls, he can see through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet, he
What?
can't see through lead. That's okay though, he can just burn through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put,
What?
Superman's powers defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or when he gained 10 years worth of medical training through only 5 minutes of reading and then successfully performed lung surgery.
Nice. My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond his powers, Superman is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses Chi, or as they call it, Shriar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can resist being erased from existence, such as tanking Darkseid's Omega Beams. Even Retcon and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines, can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but
What?
because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras. Superman, and DC Comics as a whole, have gone through multiple retcons.
Golden
Yeah.
Age, Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52, Rebirth, and so on.
It would help to know which one is the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control. Ew. I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig into it, this isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Supes did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Let's
Still, this new canon has affected his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further. In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years, but we can calculate a more exact figure. The DC universe is 15 billion years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
Golly.
What? That's 31 zeros, and Supes helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman,
Punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does have weaknesses. There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star, so...
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it. He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's the goodest good guy of them all, but there is nuance to being good, even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger, one of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Who was in the 6th dimension, crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home. Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch.
Damn.
Because that's Superman, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day. What's not to like?
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
Burn bright in the fresh update of War Thunder, the free multiplayer online action game. For the first
So basically, Superman got a lot of forms. That's all I got from it. He weakened the kryptonite. I guess the White Star extends his powers. He still keeps his powers with the red sun, but he just fades over time. All right, cool. I got the gist of most of it. So yeah, he just defies physics. He's just okay, cool.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Wiz, it's getting to be the holiday season again, and I just know Mama Boomstick is finally getting me that new dune buggy I've been drooling over. What's gonna be stuffed in your stocking?
A couple undiscovered elements would be nice, but the holidays are also about giving gifts to yourself.
Maybe that means giving yourself a break during this busy month, or treating yourself when you have the time.
And in anticipation of a new year, sometimes that means therapy.
Therapy can be super helpful year-round, but especially during this season, the holiday blues are no joke.
If you're thinking about starting therapy, consider giving BetterHelp a try.
What's great is that it's totally online, so it's super flexible with your schedule and convenient.
All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist.
And if it isn't a perfect match, switch therapists at any time at no additional charge. Visit BetterHelp.com /DeathBattle today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com /DeathBattle. All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
All right, let's get to it. Animation looks nice though.
Today's the day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
If you say so.
Oh, snap.
You're holding back. Give it your all.
I don't think you want him to do that, Goku.
I'm doing just fine.
Oh, he just go right to blue, huh? Oh! That's the punch he did on Freezer.
Oops. Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
Ha ha ha!
Looks like a job, Ford. Well, what do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Okay, Ultra Instinct. Okay. Oh, wow. He went through all those suns and the whole galaxy.
Finally.
Yeah. Huh? When the fuck has he ever did Kaioken on Ultra Instinct? What the fuck is going on right now? This is wild.
Huh?
Yeah, you did.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Let's go again.
You're on.
KO! That's it! The final, indisputable answer! Who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There's
Duh,
so
exactly.
many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real, Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than our own. But based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger. Over a novemdecillion times more than Goku's.
I've
At
never
some
heard
point,
of
you
these
reach a number
words.
high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Anyway, Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times. He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized universe of his in seconds and flew faster than infinity.
Makes sense, he can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't count Goku out, though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and ultra instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially when we look at skill. Goku's a martial arts master. He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 1,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time travel, countering Instant Transmission's similar ability from Heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, Instant Transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
You're sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but it does call into question what we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Because it's fun, Wiz. Damn it, man. There's more than one way to appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst pun.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math, the pun's your job.
Well, maybe if you math as good as I punned, then Goku would have won.
What is wrong with you?
Hi, I'm...
Alright. I figured, good, like I said, I figured Superman was gonna win. I'm not surprised. Even with this, people are still gonna debate about Goku and Superman, who's the strongest and whatnot. I mean, how I feel about the fight. I feel like it. I mean, it was cool, for the most part, but I just didn't expect for Goku with Ultra Instinct to use Kaioken. He's never done it before. I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts about the fight down below in the comments, man. If you enjoyed this, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, great appreciate that. We're on the road to 2K. Killa gang, you know how we do. Description with the rest of my links as well to my IG and all that other stuff, man. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, man. It's pretty late. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See y'all in the next one. Killa out.